When you are a defense attorney, some of your clients are more difficult to represent than others, of course.
Yes, and already Dr. Conrad Murray's lawyers are faced with court-imposed setbacks, which kind of stack the deck against them from the get-go. And that's why we've brought in defense attorney R.J. Manuelian to find out what you would do if you were representing Dr. Conrad Murray.
Because it was a big blow on Monday,
yes,
right?
It was.
What all did they take away? They took away the doctors?
They took away a lot of the witnesses.
Yeah.
They gutted the defense. The defense is basically having a battle with a tank, and they're going to have to approach a tank with a little knife and hope they win. It's going to be very difficult for them. They have to establish that Dr. Murray didn't breach the standard of care. That's what this trial is going to be about. You got to remember that homicide, in this case it's called criminal negligence or reckless homicide, they have to show that Dr. Murray breached his standard of care. And how do you do that? It's going to be a battle of the experts. You're going to get some of the experts to say, look, he did exactly what I would have done in a situation. But the problem in this case is going to be the timeline. The timeline of when he called the police, what he told the paramedics, what he didn't do, and the biggest problem in the case is going to be the propofol. Most doctors don't have propofol. Propofol is a sedative, very strong, that's used in surgery. He had the propofol, and Michael Jackson was an addict. So the question becomes whether or not he breached that duty by continuously giving him, sort of pushing the drugs on him.
So you also feel that they should have gotten this jury sequestered. Why is that again?
Well, my understanding is that somebody told me that this would be O.J. Simpson and Casey Anthony times 10. Media-wise.
That's how big this is going to be.
It's going to be global. Everybody, I mean, people in Afghanistan villages, I'm sure, are going to get their little iPad phones to take a look at what's going on in the Michael Jackson case.
Is it because they're fans of Michael Jackson, or why do you think such a focus on this case?
He has a huge fan base, huge, and there's huge media play on this, on the internet. It's going viral everywhere. I've been watching it very carefully. I think they should have sequestered the jury. I think it's going to be very hard for a juror to go home and not check on Google or not get an update on their email or not have a friend text and say, hey, I saw you, or give input.
But here's the thing on that. Statistics show that whenever you sequester a jury, majority of the times they come back with a not guilty verdict. So
why is that bad? That's good.
So that's probably one of the reasons why
the defense
you would
attorney,
that.
that's good.
Yeah.
From the defense
right,
standpoint.
and let me tell you why that comes back not guilty. Because there's more pressure. When you don't sequester a jury, there's going to be more pressure. There has to be. People are going to contact you. And I understand Judge Pastor believes wholeheartedly and is optimistic that these jurors will do the right thing. But you know what? That's kind of difficult to do. It's difficult to go home and not speak to your family about it. On the biggest case in the entire world.
You know some of the attorneys there on the defense.
Yes.
And actually on both sides, right?
Yes.
So for you, knowing how they are, are they equipped to go up against all of this?
Well, first, I do know one of the attorneys representing Conrad Murray, Narek Guljan, and Dr. Arnold Klein's attorney is Garo Gazarian, and I've spoken to both attorneys regarding the case. And what happened on Monday, in my opinion, was a serious blow to the defense. The defense wanted to use and show that Michael Jackson had, number one, financial problems, and that in more likelihood that he probably either killed himself or knew that the amount of medication he was taking would have killed himself. It's a key part of the defense. It shows a very desperate man in a desperate situation. But unfortunately, since they gutted the defense, now the only thing they could go on is that Dr. Murray did not breach the standard of care and fight that battle.
Okay, wow. RJ, fascinating to talk with you. Thank you so much for your insight.
I'm sure we'll have you back on as we get closer to the trial. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.